When you think of Japan, what comes to mind? Probably things like loyalty, tradition, deep-seated commitment, right? Well, what if I told you that just beneath that surface, there's a whole industry, a booming one actually, that's all about married people dating each other in secret? Yeah, let's dive right into this fascinating contradiction. Okay, get this. This is the actual marketing slogan for one of the main apps driving this whole thing. It says, a second partner for support. I mean, it sounds almost therapeutic, doesn't it? Support. That is such a carefully chosen word. But okay, let's be real here for a second. Is this actually about support? Or is it just, an affair that's been given some really slick modern branding? That's the big question we're going to try and unpack here. So how do you square that circle? You've got this public image of loyalty on one side and this hidden, growing industry on the other. Let's dig into that. This is really the heart of the paradox, isn't it? On one hand, you have a culture where faithfulness in marriage is held up as this huge ideal. And then, on the other hand, you've got this thriving market that's literally built to help people have secret relationships. It's such a complex and, frankly, fascinating social puzzle. So you might be asking, how is this even happening? Well, a huge piece of the puzzle is a specific app that's been making some serious waves. All right, the app is called HealMate, and they are not shy about who they're for. It's openly, specifically designed for people who are already married. So, okay, how many people are we talking about here? More than 500,000. Just let that number sink in for a moment. 500,000 plus people. This is not some tiny little platform hiding on the dark web. We are talking about a user base the size of a pretty big city. And every single one of them is looking for a, quote-unquote, second partner. And here's where it gets really interesting. Take a look at who's actually using it. You'd probably guess, like I did, that a platform like this would be mostly men, right? Nope. The split between male and female users is almost 50-50. It's nearly dead even. So this isn't a thing being driven by just one gender. Men and women are jumping in at pretty much the same rate. Okay, all this data leads us to the really big and maybe uncomfortable question, why? I mean, what is going on in society that's pushing 500,000 people to sign up for something like this? So here's the thing that's so tough to wrap your head around. If that cultural ideal of being faithful is still so strong for so many couples, then how on earth does an app like this not only exist but actually thrive? It really suggests there's a huge gap between what marriage is supposed to be and what it actually is for a whole lot of people. And maybe this is the most mind-boggling part of the entire story. This isn't some secret thing that you have to find on a hidden internet forum. It's marketed, out in the open, publicly. I mean, what does it say about where things are heading when finding a second partner is just another service you can see advertised? It really makes you think about how much social norms might be changing. All right, so this all leads us to the big moral gray area. The app sells itself as providing companionship, but where exactly is the line between that and just plain cheating? And this is really what the whole debate boils down to. On one end of the spectrum, you have a physical affair. That's a pretty clear line for most people. But on the other end, you have what this app claims to offer: emotional intimacy, a deep connection, someone to talk to. Their entire business is built to live in that blurry, ambiguous space right in between. So let me just ask you straight up. If there's no physical intimacy at all, would you call it cheating? I mean, the fact that this app even exists and is so popular suggests that for a lot of people, the answer to that question is no. But that brings us to the final thought I want to leave you with. Does emotional intimacy itself already cross that line? The second you start seeking that deep, personal connection with someone outside of your marriage, is that the betrayal? It's a question that really challenges how we even define faithfulness today.